Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John, and today I'm doing something completely different. I have something new called Metal March Madness. This is based on, the bracket system for the whole sports and basketball and all that. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not like the biggest sports guy, but this was an idea that my brother, he suggested to me. He thought this would be a good time to do it. I know there's another metal channel doing this called Thralls of Metal. They're actually a lot more organized than I am, but they're also a bigger channel than I am. So I'm just gonna be doing this based on comments. So what I'll do now is let's take a look at the brackets. So I'm gonna kind of go behind the screen right now and let's take a look. Okay, so you can see on my screen, I have the entire brackets. I have a total of 16 albums. I have 8 albums on each side. So we're gonna have 2 albums go against each other, and you basically know how this works. So let me enlarge the image right now. Okay, so the first 2 albums are going to be Anthrax's Among the Living versus Slayer's Seasons in the Abyss. Now these are 2 thrash metal classics by 2 of the big 4 thrash bands. I felt they would be comparable albums. For Slayer, this is my personal favorite. Some people may have went with Rain and Blood, but I'm going with this one, so we're gonna vote on these 2. Okay, next I have 2 of the big hitters. I have Metallica's Master of Puppets, and I have Megadeth's Rust in Peace. These are often considered 2 of the greatest metal albums of all time. So let's see how we vote on these, and let's see which one of these makes it to the next round. So let me move on. I have Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast versus Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance. These are 2 classic metal albums. These are 2 of the fan favorites. We have Iron Maiden with the debut of Bruce Dickinson, and one of the most well-loved Judas Priest albums. Okay, after that, now I have some of the forefathers of heavy metal. Black Sabbath with Paranoid versus Deep Purple in rock. So these are 2 of the pioneers of the heavy metal genre. So let's see who wins. I think this will be definitely a tough battle. Okay, now let me move on. Okay, I'm on the other side now. I wanted to pick Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. I tried to find another comparable hair metal band. I really couldn't, so I went with another heavy hitter, which is Queensryche with Operation Mindcrime. So let's see which one of these 2 wins. After that, I have Motorhead with Ace of Spades. This one came out in 1980. This is definitely one of their best albums, versus Dio's Holy Diver. So this one came out in 1983. And, Holy Diver, often considered one of his best. Moving on. This is going to be a real tough battle here. Kiss Destroyer versus Rainbow Rising. Kiss Destroyer, I just reviewed this one. Rainbow Rising is considered to be one of the albums that is one of the pioneers of heavy metal. So let's see how those do. And lastly, I have Ozzy Osbourne with Blizzard of Oz. This is his debut album from 1980, and Aerosmith Rocks, which came out in 1976, I believe. So we have 2 rockers here, and let's see how those do. Okay, now what I'm gonna ask you to do is to comment on which album out of the pairs would you want to win. So I'm gonna keep this video up for about a week. I'm gonna tally up all the votes, and I will do week 2 next week. So to make it easy, I'll leave all of the albums listed in the video description, and I'll also leave a few comments in the comment sections just for easy reference. I'm just basically asking you to comment, so you can say, I want Master of Puppets, I want Rocks, I want Queensryche, whatever out of the pairs, just comment. I will tally them up, and then next week We will move the winners to the next bracket. And again, for those of you who are sports fans, you know how it works. So this is just my first time doing this. I'm just going to see if it works out, and hopefully it does. So I'm just asking for your participation with this. So that is it. I will see you in the next one.